Good afternoon, good people. Once again, we meet. I'm here joined by Dr. Professor Diarra. We are here at Z conference at Wildlife in Vic Falls. Doctor, please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Dr. Diarra. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Zimbabwe Institute of Engineers.
Thank you, thank you. I've got a few questions for you here, Doctor. We had speaking of Washington Accord, we're in the conference room. Now I'm here to ask, what challenges are we facing as a country, as Z engineers, in order to join the Accords, the Washington Accords, which is an international group of engineers?
Yeah, in fact, there are three accords. The Washington Accord is for professional engineers. Then you have the Dublin Accord for technologies. Then you have the Bologna Accord for technicians. So the three accords have been initiated some years back, 25 to 27 years now, if my memory serves me well. And unfortunately, they happen to be a club for elite, for very few countries. I think you heard, in the room today, for the Washington Accord, for instance, out of 200 economies, there are only 20 members. So out of the 20 members, African states that are members there are Egypt and South Africa. They're the only members in Africa.
Oh.
So this is something which is untenable, and we are trying by all means also to get there. But of course, to get there, one need to get is act in order to get your engineering schools up to speed with the rest of the world. If we are to compete on the international arena, then we have to get our engineering school equipped to the right level, to get our professors and our assistants, our instructors, our technicians in the universities trained to the right level, so that the students benefit the maximum out of that. By the time they come out, they are ready for the world market, not only for Zimbabwe.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. Well explained, well explained. I'm sure this is going to help a lot of us here engineers in Zimbabwe. We're going to up our game and be able to join the Washington Accord. And my next question now, Doctor. I realize we've got high value projects in Zimbabwe that are taking place in some at completion stage. We've got the Hwange expansion project nearby here. I realized most of these projects are being subcontracted. The design and also execution, they're being subcontracted to foreign countries. Like the Hwange expansion was done by the Chinese, which were being monitored by local engineers. I want to understand, what challenges do we have not to be able for us to do this on our own?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. This is something that has been of great concern to us engineering professionals. We train engineers, technicians, and technologists in this country. But when it comes, to big projects like the Hwange expansion, like the Kariba extension, Kariba 5-6, if you recall, back in 2017 it was inaugurated, and then also our dams, our road, and other projects in the country. Then we see non-Zimbabwean professionals on those projects, ignoring our own professionals, or if they are brought on board at all, they are given very minimal participation in those projects. That has been a great cause of concern. But the explanation we usually get from our government is that these projects usually will be funded by the foreign investors. And those foreign investors come with their own conditions. But at the same time, we say government should still have a prerogative to say, okay, you are coming to invest in our country, you are bringing in your money, we have also something to put on the table. You are putting your money on the table, we can also offer part of the labor, part of the expertise for the design and construction, implementation of those projects. So that's where we find our government, wanting. Yeah, if they don't come out, to do that, then no one can do that for us. Yeah, so we rely on our government, to be the gatekeeper, to safeguard and to put, value to our professionals who have been educated at taxpayers' money, at the cost of taxpayers' money. So why train those engineers and see them leaving the country? Why not make a good use of them in the country for the benefit of the taxpayer who put, their money into their education? So it's a cause of great concern to us as well.
Thank you, Doc. We are learning. One more question for you, Doc.
Yeah.
I heard when we were in the conference room, you mentioned about the last accreditation of our universities being done in 1991.
Correct.
What has been the challenges stopping us from doing more and more accreditations? And do we have any plans to perform any accreditation anytime soon?
Well, like I said, I said that the three deans that were in the room, I've been interacting with them. Some of them are now at pro-vice chancellor level, but when they were dean, we've been interacting, trying, to get, this accreditation, happen. But unfortunately, like I said, accreditation happened only on the request of the higher education institution. We as a professional body, we cannot impose it on the higher education institution. They have to call us to come on board to inspect the facilities, to inspect the level of competence of the professors, to inspect, the level of projects which are being designed, by the students, to inspect, the level of the external examiners, of the examination question papers. Many items come in when one set out to do accreditation. It's a cycle which is done for the duration, every cycle of the duration of the course. For instance, engineering courses at UZ last approximately 4 years. So that means accreditation should be carried out at UZ, the engineering school, every 4 years on a regular basis to make sure that quality is there, and it is visible. It is seen, but the quality is there. The accreditation will be your certification for that quality. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's how it is.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Doc. One more question, one last one as we conclude. We mentioned about curriculum review to 5.0, is it? I'm sure I heard about 5.0. Has this been successful? Has it changed in quality of the students that we're now producing? Has it been fully and successfully implemented?
I think 5.0 in engineering has had shortcomings. You heard, the pro-vice chancellor talking about that, especially when it comes, to hands-on practice part of it. This the modular courses which came, with education 5.0 has not been successful with industry, in the sense that when industry set out, to get student, on attachment, or what they call, work-related learning, work-related learning. So industry has not been very satisfied with our, programs that have applied, the modular courses. Because when you employ a student on attachment basis, for industrial attachment, you want, for a more continued period rather than 2 months or 3 months. So traditionally in this country, industrial attachment has been no less than 10 months in a row. So that's where, it gives great benefit to the employer, and also the student can derive tremendous benefit out of it. By the time they leave, that workplace and return, to the university, they are almost molded engineers.
Awesome.
So this is how we really wish, they could go back to, instead of this
Awesome.
modular thing in engineering course. It's not simply applicable to all engineering disciplines. Simply not.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It shows we're in the right direction of our learning, and we're in the right direction of our of upkeeping our industries. We are able to showcase all the problems and challenges we're facing. Also have solutions to what we are facing as challenges. I'm great with those leaders like you in our institutions. Now to conclude, let's close our channel and session by maybe sending shout outs and greeting people we love out there. Please greet the loved ones.
Greeting to you all. May God bless you. May God bless Zimbabwe. May God bless his professional engineers. God bless all of us. Amen.
Awesome. Thank you.